Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. On behalf of the HK Morocco, I am very pleased to welcome you to this session dedicated to the presentation of Industrial Transformation Africa. This webinar will provide an opportunity to learn more about the event's objectives, key focus areas, and participation opportunities. It will also share an added value that it will offer to companies looking to expand the network and increase their visibility in the continent. Before we begin, a few practical points. This webinar is being recorded at the moment and may be shared afterwards via our communication channels for replay purposes. So during this session, you are welcome to submit your questions via the chat, and we will address them during the Q&A session at the end of this webinar. It is now my pleasure to introduce and give the floor to our speaker, Bastian from Deutsche Messe. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Abla. Let me quickly share my presentation. Here you go. Thank you everyone for joining this webinar. My name is Bastian Sigel-Reitmeier. I'm working for Deutsche Messe AG, one of the leading trade fair organizers worldwide. Probably a lot of you know Hannover Messe. This is our most prominent trade show, but we organize more than 150 trade fairs globally. Today, I will talk for the next 10, maybe 15 minutes about our engagement in Morocco. And to make this clear from the beginning, I don't want to sell you only another trade fair. I would like to sell you a market entry opportunity. Please don't read this, it's a lot of text. And I don't want to go into too much detail about our company, but with this slide, I would like to make a key point. We see Hannover Messe as a global industrial network, and we are already organizing Hannover Messe related events worldwide. For example, here in Turkey, in China with our South China International Industry Fair, in Australia, in Mexico, and in multiple different markets. These events are not copies of Hannover Messe, they are adapted to each market. And we do this by working with local partners of each market. So why Africa now? Africa is clearly no longer a future market. It is a market in formation. I put here just 3 facts. 1.3 billion people living in Africa. It has the fastest urbanization on Earth. And most importantly, industrialization is starting now. And first movers will set the standards. That's for us the most important key point. And why Morocco? So for us, 3 simple main reasons. Number 1, the strategic location between Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Second, the political stability. And third, the strong growth in industrial sectors like automotive. Morocco is exporting over 1 million cars a year, in aerospace, in pharma, and in energy. So I would like to make a key point here. We are not starting at zero. Our first step into Morocco was with Next Gen Manufacturing Summit that we organized together with UM6B. This is the biggest private university in Morocco. And UNIDO last year in September. We did this in Ben Guerir, near to Marrakesh. This was supposed to only be a conference on digital manufacturing, AI, and automation. But companies like Siemens, KUKA, Schneider Electric, Epson, Egos, and more came to us and said, we don't only want to speak, we would like a booth and we would to represent our company. So with this event, we tested the market, and to be honest, we were very surprised. And we find out the market does not only want to talk, it wants to invest. So because of that, our mission has formed, which is very clear. Our mission is bringing Hannover Messe's global industrial excellence to Africa, creating a transformative platform for manufacturing innovation across the continent. And how do we do that? We don't only do that with a 3-day trade show and then go home. No. We want to do this first, of course, with the exhibition that I'm talking about, Industrial Transformation Africa. Second, with a summit, Industrial Edge Summit, in parallel to the exhibition under the same roof. And third, on the left, with the Smart Factory Academy Casablanca. This will be a physical location where technology can be demonstrated, small workshops and events can happen, and also upskilling with workforce can be done on the technology there. Before I go into more detail about the event, I just want to give you some basic facts. So the show will happen on the 29th of September to the 1st of October this year, 2026, at the OFEC Exhibition Center in Casablanca. Organizers are us, Deutsche Messe AG, with our MENA hub in Turkey, and our partners are the AHK, Smart Expo, and Unido. Here you also see in short now the product categories: robotics and automation, smart logistics, energy for industry, digital manufacturing, machine automation, and technologies. So with this slide, I would like to show you which countries we are targeting. On the exhibitor side, we are targeting the leading industrial nations like Italy, Germany, France, Austria, Turkey, China, Japan, South Korea, Brazil, and of course, North Africa. And on the visitor side, we are mostly focusing on decision makers across North and West Africa. So Tunisia, Egypt and Libya, West Africa, Morocco, and South Europe, Spain and Portugal. Our focus is really connecting European exporters with North and West African manufacturers. So many of you, I hope, know Hannover Messe. So you have a broad idea of the product groups that will be represented. Here we focus on topics that are relevant for the industrial transformation of Morocco and Africa. And so these target groups are process automation and robotics, engineering software, smart logistics, energy systems, and components. But I will go more in detail later in the next two slides. And these are probably most interesting to you. Who will you meet on the show? So we are bringing together decision makers, OEMs, and EPCs from the most relevant and dynamic industrial sectors of the of the continent. And these are automotive and aerospace, mechanical and electrical engineering, energy and utilities, agri-food and pharmaceuticals, and logistics and construction. But what does this mean specifically? So who is already on board? The market is already very active in these sectors, and we have on board and are in close collaboration with the major associations. These are AMICA, this is Morocco's largest association for the automotive industry. It's GIMAS, Morocco's largest aerospace association. FMIIP, the Morocco's largest federation of pharmaceutical industry. MTI, train industry cluster. ECCBC Coca-Cola bottling factory. Stellantis, to only name a few. And on the right side, you already see some exhibitors, confirmed exhibitors like Epson, EFM, Vilo, OCP, Krones, and more. So one thing is very important to say here: you don't come for leads only. We can connect you directly with projects in the country. So what are our unique value drivers for this event? In short, 3 points. Number one, with our 365 strategy and the academy, we stay in Morocco because industrial transformation cannot be done only in 3 days. It needs constant dialogue. major gateway to North and West Africa. And we are organizing an experience-driven event, meaning we have live demos and we have our Industrial Edge Summit, the conference, in parallel to industrial transformation in Africa. Here I would like to give you a very short outlook on the pricing. We have two different pricing strategies, one for companies with a local presence in Morocco. Raw space per square meter is 1,700 Moroccan dirham. And for the shell scheme, that is a ready-to-use booth with electricity, lighting, everything you need, it's 2,250 Moroccan dirham per square meter. For international exhibitors, it's 385 euro per square meter for the raw space. And for the shell scheme, the ready-to-use booth package, it's 460 euros per square meter. So, for example, if you are a company with a local office in Morocco, for a small 9 square meter booth, that is the minimum, you pay around 15,400 Moroccan dirham. I'm finished with the presentation, but please allow me to end with a small personal note with this slide here. My learning from my travels to Morocco and my conversations with the industry is really that Morocco's industry is booming, but still quietly. It's the #1 automotive producer in Africa, over 200 aerospace companies. It's the global leader in phosphates. Many also German big corporations are already present. But when you talk to people, sometimes they say they know Morocco for its great culture, its beach, its food, and so on. Our mission is really to also make the booming industry visible. And if you already see the potential like us, we recommend you to position yourself now in the market. If you haven't already seen the potential, come and experience it. But please don't wait until the market is crowded. Thank you very much for listening. And now we are open for any questions from your side.
Thank you very much, Bastian, for this insightful presentation and for giving us a clear overview of industrial transformation in Africa and the opportunities it has to offer. We will now move to the Q&A session. If any participants have questions, please feel free to write them in the chat. I will read them to our speaker and we can answer them together. While we wait to see if any questions come in the audience, allow me maybe to ask one or two questions that may be useful for our participants. From your perspective, what can participants expect in terms of networking and business opportunities during Industrial Transformation Africa?
Yes, thank you very much for this question. So we are inviting, for example, just to give you one example, with key partners, we are inviting the members of the associations listed. So that is one great opportunity to connect to the industry interesting for your company. Second, we are inviting Africa industrial parks. And this is a great way to also connect to the demand, not only from the industry in Morocco, but also across Africa. Just to give you two answers to this.
Thank you. And maybe if you had to leave our audience with one key message today, what will it be?
My key message would be exactly what I showed on the last slide. Morocco is booming. Position yourself now. Come and experience it, but really don't wait until the market is crowded. Now is the best place to position yourself in the market.
Thank you. We now have an upcoming question. Will there be several themed areas at the exhibition, instrumentation, automation, etc.?
Sorry, can you repeat this? I didn't, acoustically, I didn't.
Will there be several themed areas at the exhibition, for example, instrumentation, automation, or anything else?
Yes. we will have, maybe Soleil can give more input, a sort of demonstration and innovation area that Soleil, my colleague, is planning. Soleil, could you answer this question?
Yes, sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Soleil Bürümcek. I'm the project director, the head of MENA projects of Hannover Pairs Turkey and MENA. So to answer this question, to start with, we are planning to have a startup zone. Most likely, we will be engaging with the Technopark. Other than that, we are, of course, planning an innovation hub or a demo area where our exhibitors will be able to showcase their innovative products. And as Bastian mentioned, we will also have this Industrial Edge Summit where companies can explain their thoughts and opinions and also display their use cases to the audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Soleil.
Thank you. I think we don't have any more questions for today. Okay. So thank you very much again for Bastian for this valuable presentation and for all your colleagues who are present today. If you have any follow-up questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We will reach out to our colleagues and we'll do our most to give you any answers you may need. We look forward to welcoming you to any other upcoming events or webinars into the Industrial Africa again. And have a great day. Thank you again for your presentations and thank you for all the team here.
Thank you very much to AHK. Thank you very much to all the attendees. Any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.